That low? That seems pretty low. I think we're fine though. Hello there. It is Tuesday. You know what that means. Welcome on in. My name is Kira Kennedy, and we are live with Pokemon Violet and Ultra Sun double shiny hunting, because I got sick of trying to do outbreaks for Plusle. But how are y'all doing today? Let's make sure that fits in nicely. Alright, how y'all doing today? It has been a goddamn week for me. Oh god, I don't want to talk about the news that broke on Friday, so I will not, because it is WWE related and it is not something I want to talk about because it is of a very disturbing nature. That is all I will say about it. It is disturbing, it is fucked up, and thank God Vince McMahon is once again gone from WWE. Oy. So, before we get started today, to take my mind off of everything else, I got myself an ETB of Paldean Fates, so let's go ahead and let's open that up. Come on. Gotta take the plastic off. So, I should say, I pre-ordered this and it came in during my week off. So, I have this now to go through, and I'm very interested to see what to get out of this also. I think I also have the Illustrator Rare Shiny Mimikyu. We will take care of that. And let's just go ahead and open these packs up right now and get things started. So, we got ourselves, how many packs here? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Priest of Rule Edge, 2. Alright, so let's go Rule Edge. Actually, got a nice order to it already, so let's go ahead. Let's get this party started with some Paldean Fates opening. If I remember correctly, with the Paldean era cards, it is one card to the front. Sorry, one card to the front, I believe. Code card. One to the front, one to the back. One to the back. I think it's one to the back. No, one to the front? I can't remember. I'll do one to the front. I'm gonna say water. No, steel. Okay, it's one to the front. So we have Null, Aractus, Paldean Student, Chincho, Scrafty, Swoobat. Now, if I remember correctly, shinies are in the first reverse slot, and then any other stuff can be in the second reverse slot, followed by obviously the holo slot. So we have Maschiff, no shiny, Mime Jr., and Goldengo, which gets sleeved up because it is a holo. Box for now, so I can them kind of not damaged. Off to the side here with my the thick top loader sleeves. I can't remember the word for them. But cards, how you doing, Gar? How you doing today? Alright, pack number 2. Remember, it is one to the front. I'm gonna say Darkness. No, Psychic. We have Charcadet, Clobopus, Varoom, who just made his Pokemon Go debut this week, Mankey, Moonlit Hill, Donphan, Atticus, Lechonk, Ralts in front of Uva. I don't know if that's Uva or... oh no, that's Naranja Academy, because you can see the little orange there. And, ooh, Paldean Student! Just finished another episode of Power Rangers Hyperforce. You, re-binging the series, I take it? But that is a nice... Ooh, it's raised! It's got text... The art's got texture to it. I can't really show it off, because, you know... I don't know how to show off texture on a card. But the full arts... Secrets, they have texture to them, which is kind of cool. That's our first big pull from Paldean Fates. I know a friend of mine pulled the gold rare Chi-Yu EX. He was talking about how the full arts and the EXs seem to have textures to them. That's kind of cool. I'm going to say water. No, electric. We have Pineco, Pikachu, Vampy, Lapras, Purlia. We have Nemona's backpack, Whimsicott. Ooh, shiny Bostiff, nice. We got Charmander. And Houndstone. Hope that doesn't count towards my shiny luck for tonight. Single sleeve for Houndstone. Double sleeve for the Bostiff. Ooh, I love the texture they added to these rares. Never watched the show, but the new writer of the comic made them important again. So I thought, what the hell, started back in October, up to episode 20. So I mean, you're a good chunk of the way through the series now at this point, right? So that's not bad. Yeah, it's a shame though. It doesn't seem like we might be getting any. We're gonna be getting any new Power Rangers TV shows after Cosmic Fury. It seems like Hasbro's kind of just willing to let the IP die, and I'm not super stoked about that. All right, let's say fighting. No, water. We have Magmar, Nemona, Charmander. If we could focus, there we go. A rare candy, Mousehold, family of 4, of course. Iono. Kilowattrel, very nice. Ghastly's our first reverse. Maractus is our second. And Revavroom. Besides the Charizard, I don't know what the big chase card in this set is supposed to be. And I assume it's the Charizard, because every time there's a Charizard, it's the big chase card in these sets. Because everyone loves the stupid Fire Lizard. The brand should take a breather, maybe plan something out big. Season is 25 episodes, so I'm doing an episode a week. Okay, so you're literally almost done. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's say... Psychic. No, Darkness. We have Toad's-Cool. Ooh, there's something big back there, I think. Lechonk. Charcadet. Clobopus. Atticus. Donphan. An Electric Generator. Frigibax. Donphan. And a Forretress EX Hell to the yes. Very nice. Like it's Terra, oh well, I'd say it's Terra Grass, but there is no bug energy in the TCG. Now on our card packs. The new Kamen Rider's card theme. Have they done? I feel like they've done a card themed Kamen Rider before, but maybe I'm just confusing that with Ghost Sager, which was also card themed as well as Angel themed. Which, if I'm confusing Kamen Rider with Super Sentai, there's something wrong with me, because they're not exact. The only thing they have in common is that they're tokusatsu franchises. Like, I know a couple of Kamen Rider themes. Like, I know Gaim was fruit themed. W, I think, was fusion themed, if I remember correctly. Alright, I'm gonna say... Grass! No, fighting. We have Tandemaus. Focus. Focus. Thank you. Tandemaus. Numel. Barboach. Maractus. There have been others, but this one has a blind bag. Oh, nice. Clive, who looks an awful lot like Atticus, if you ask me. Curlia. Grapploct. Clive again. Ooh, yo! That is the Hero Form Palafin Secret Rare. Very nice. And Professor's Research. That one. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. And the thing is, these apparently also have a chance of being shiny as well. It's impossible to tell because it's all in the dark lighting. But I feel like this might be the shiny as well. And shiny Palafin is black. I should also be trying to get in some prep for the upcoming Global Challenge this weekend. I might do that. I might do that tonight as well, depending on how things go. But I think right now I'm just going to focus on shiny hunting. Alright, only 3 packs left. One. I'm going to put this down a bit. I am going... Also, I got my little... A couple of my little Dollarama Gundams just off to the side here. We got Gundam Artemis, Gundam. Get the red one. It's from Gundam Seed. I remember that much, but I can't remember what it's called. Got the one from Iron Blooded Orphans. I've got the Zaku just off camera. Unfortunately, the legs did not kind of fit. I have the RX-78 just over off to the side here, as well as Wing Gundam. And now I'm going to guess my energy, which is water. No, grass. We have Varoom, Bridgebacks. Dollar store has Gundams. Yep. They have the little, I can't even call them mini plus, but they're like $5 each. There's a set of 5. Each one comes with a piece of a Zaku. The problem is the ball joints don't exactly fit into the sockets for the legs. So it's been a pain in the ass to try to keep that thing standing a lot of times. We have Mischief. We have Ralts in front of Naranja Academy again. We have Grapple Locked, Iono, Kilowattrel, and specifically Dollarama that has them, as far as I know. Greavard, Noibat, and Cyclizar. But yeah, as far as I know, I gotta remember what the other ones are, because there's one. Hang on, let me actually. Okay, so they have the RX-78-2. Obviously, I mentioned that. Wing Gundam. Gundam Astray from Gundam Seed Destiny. Gundam Artemis from the mobile game. And Gundam Barbatos from Iron-Blooded Orphans. Or Barbatos. I don't know. I've never watched Iron-Blooded Orphans. And I kind of didn't watch Gundam Seed Destiny. I watched Gundam Seed. It's of the 2 Gundam series I've seen, it's definitely my favorite. With Wing being a very close second. But Wing I never watched all the way through because I was a kid when that was airing. Alright, I'm going to say Steel. Nope, Psychic. We have Paldean Students, Chinchou, Pineco, Pikachu, Technical Machine Crisis Punch, Nemona's Backpack. There's something back there, I think. Sockspun, Woobat, Fido, and a Gardevoir EX. Very nice. Ooh, I love the little kind of star pattern on the holo here. I don't know how well you can kind of see it there, like the little kind of sparkle pattern. That's kind of cool. One doesn't have a texture on it, but I'm still gonna double sleeve it. But yeah, I was lucky. I managed to find all 5 at the same dollar store. All 5 in the set for the Gundams. All right, last pack of the ETB. See if we can't get ourselves some last pack magic here. Ooh, there might be something back here. There might be something back here. I haven't gotten a single guess the energy right here. Let's say fire. No, steel. We have Magmar, Fido, Haunter, Mime Jr., Clive, Charmeleon, Technical Machine Crisis Punch, Shiny Mime Jr., Nemona, and here's the thing, because the last 3 slots in the pack, the 2 reverse holos and the holo slot, they all have a chance of pulling something good. You can technically get what's called a mini god pack, where you pull a shiny, a secret rare or a full art, and a full art or an EX. You can pull all 3 kind of in a single pack if you're lucky enough. So Ceruledge Edge gets the single sleeve, Mime Jr. gets the double, which is kind of cool. I think it's the closest thing. It's the coolest thing packs here in North America. The closest thing packs here in North America get to a legitimate god pack, which is just nothing but holos or shinies. Because the Japanese packs have a chance for that, apparently. Find one that's not covered in. Wait. Nope. Okay. And that's it for my top loaders. At least, is what I would say if I didn't have a box of top loaders just off to the side here. But let's go ahead. I just want to check something real fast. So I think our big pull... Shinies here. I think it's a shiny Charizard EX, but shiny Dark Charizard EX, just to be clear. Yeah, so it's this one right here, shiny Dark Charizard EX. That's the big chase card for this set. But yeah, that is in fact a shiny Palafin in that set, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's go ahead, oh. My controller fell asleep. Alright, do I have eggs in my party? Now comes fun part. BDS I push. Yep, alright. I just want to check something fast. I think I should be technically at 101, but I just want to make sure. Hunt 101, yeah. Because I was doing a bunch of oops. Alright, we got our first set of... There we go. Ah, it's evened out now. It's just... Brigatito is our first one of the new set. Ah, crap. There we go. Sorry. Nope. I don't think that's shiny because the eyes would be purple if I remember correctly. Looks like we might get nothing but Sprigatito in this set, in this pack of eggs. Let's up this before I forget. Alright. At the very least, I know we probably have at least, I want to say, another year before Pokemon Bank services get discontinued. I'm guessing a year. We haven't had any confirmation on when Pokemon Bank service gets discontinued, but I'd kind of like to get, at the very least, shiny type Null and shiny Poipole from here. Got a new computer monitor for my birthday. Nice! Nice! Gotta love when you're able to dual screen. Up this count. Also, I think batch is done. Yep, no, I have one more. It's a Fione. And I know it's a Fione because Fione... I went bald for a second there. Fione has actually a longer incubation time than any of the starters. Nope. What was I saying before? Oh yeah. I wanted to try to get Shiny Type Null and Poi Pole at least before the home integration. Right, before not the home integration. Before the bank before bank service gets suspended or gets discontinued. Because there's no way that bank will stick around for much longer after they finally end 3DS online services, or 3DS and Wii U online services in April. And I assume because this is coming about a year after they shut down the Wii, well, actually, it's a little over a year. It's gonna be a little over a year after they shut down the 3DS and Wii U eShop, and then they put in the update to try to discourage any modifications or any modding. Did I did, okay. Or try to discourage any jailbreaking of your 3DS or Wii U, which I'm pretty sure people found ways around that after the fact. So, what you gonna do? But what was I gonna say? But, oh, damn it. Call that 104. Oh, and probably up this count too. So I actually have a second copy of Ultra Sun and my main copy of Ultra Moon that I kind of cleared through to do any Ultra Wormhole hunting, as well as the Poi Pole and Type Null hunts. Let's see what our Type Null looks like here. Oh. Because here's the funny thing. Normally, the legendaries do wind up shiny locked. Like, they've kind of been that way since Gen 6. But in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I think even in Sun and Moon, you can shiny hunt for Poi Pole and Type Null. You just can't shiny hunt for, like, Necrozma, Solgaleo, or Lunala. Or the Tapus in either game. And then if I remember correctly, I think they implemented the initial shiny lock on the starters in Gen 8. Okay, I got two Fiona in this batch. Now the only downside is because these are static hunts, these are not affected by the shiny charm for the games. So while I could get decent odds, I think even in the Ultra Wormhole, those are affected by the Ultra Wormhole legendaries are affected by the shiny charm, I think. But I don't know. It's hard to say for certain. I've also been doing some shiny Regice hunting in in Ultra Moon. Alright, so we got the Malasadas. Yeah, I found out about the fact that Dollarama's got the toy Gundams from, like, a friend of mine who actually actively collects like a lot of Gundam memorabilia and stuff. Like he's definitely got like a huge collection of like mini plot and Gunpla. Shiny type Null. I remember to put eggs in them. I did, okay. Oops. Didn't mean to get in the Gundam. I mean, I definitely enjoyed the crap out of any kind of fighting, anything involving fighting robots and stuff, and like the whole mech anime was something that definitely kind of intrigued me a lot when I was a kid, because I remember watching Escaflowne, I remember watching Zoids, and yeah, the two Gundam series that I know I watched for sure, which were Seed and Wing. Because I think those were the only two we actually had air here in Canada, because like the rest of the Gundam stuff, like G Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam. I mean, Gundam Seed Destiny definitely aired here in Canada, but like a lot of the other ones were usually kind of limited to like Toonami or nope. There and boop. Also, probably up this camp before I forget. So yeah, it's actually like surprising how much of like the stuff that was really popular on Toonami didn't actually make it over to Canada for whatever reason. Or like didn't make it over until years later. Like I didn't find out about Cowboy Bebop until I just happened across the movie Knocking on Heaven's Door on the movie network back when that was a thing. And it kind of intrigued me because obviously the director of Cowboy Bebop, Shinichiro Watanabe, he actually did a couple of segments in the Animatrix. If I'm starting Gundam, you going with the OG Mobile Suit Gundam? I hear ya. I mean, that was even the one that got referenced in the Ready Player One movie. Like, that was the form Daito took instead of Ultraman. Like, it was the classic RX-79 form that he took. Is that, like, even though for me, Gundam Wing was like the quintessential Gundam series. Though that was the series that got me into Gundam as a kid. I can't believe I talked about mech anime and didn't fucking talk about Evangelion. I'm not a super big Eva fan. Partially because, like, you know, the 90s. Unfortunately, the 90s anime, even though it probably had some pretty decent storytelling, just has a bit of that reputation towards it, and also it was notorious for completely running out of budget. Oh, nice. But yeah, with Evangelion, like they completely ran out of the animation budget for the final episode, I think. Which was why, you know, the ending had the infamous congratulations. Instead of the giant mindfuck that was the end of Evangelion movie, which was supposed to kind of add a little more context to what happened at the end of the series. Including the infamous stuff with Asuka. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, I'm actually wondering, because, like, Mobile Suit Gundam would have been, like, somewhere within that 80s period that Halliday would have been like a huge fan of. I'm trying to remember if Mobile Suit Gundam had any kind of references in the actual book as well. Wait, no. I think that was one of the. I think that was the robot. One of when was it with the second game? The second either the second gate or the second key. They all got robots, right? Like I know. Wade chose Leopardon, which was Spider-Man, the Toei produced Spider-Man Spider-Man Tokusatsu series. That was his giant robot. Speaking of which, am I the only one that was really disappointed that they didn't have Spider-Man show up in Across the Spider-Verse? When you get the Crystal Key, they have a mech list, right? Right, because Sorrento took Mechagodzilla. Leopardon, okay. I just thought it was pronounced Leopardon, right? I think my eggs are done. Alright. Oop. Accidentally took it. I think I actually turned on Rumble for a second there. It's like, I think at least one of them took the R. I think they mentioned by name. One of them takes the RX-78 as their mech of choice. I know a bunch of the Sixers wound up taking the lines that form Voltron. Okay, yeah, it's from the Black Tiger arcade game, so let's look at the Cliff's Notes summary. Leopardon. Sonya. Alright. So there's Mazinger G, the RX-78-2. Rydeen. Mazinger Z. I'm guessing... I don't know who took what, to be honest. So 100 giant robots in the second gate's reward. Mechagodzilla. Suxors. The Haxors took the Voltron Lions and the 3 EVA units. Artemis took Minerva X from Mazinger Z. Shoto took Raiden, and H took the RX-78. Okay. Because Daito would have been dead by this point. Or Daito would have been dead just after finding the Crystal Key. I think. Because, spoilers, in the story, in the book of Ready Player One, the company, Innovative Online Industries, they're trying to take over this game that becomes that's just basically what all of society runs on, called the Oasis. And there were one of the 5 heroes one of the 5 heroes, they find him and they basically throw him off of a building, make it look like he jumped. I don't remember if that was before or after the thing with the crystal key. Before or after the challenge for the crystal key. Although I'm pretty sure the final key, was it the Jade key? I'm pretty sure that was the one where Wade had to play a song straight off of 2112. Oh, should probably up this count. Nope. And I think that was when, I'm pretty sure that was when Shoto gave Wade the beta capsule from Daito about, with that would have allowed him to transform into Ultraman. And I'm pretty sure that was from the original Ultraman series. Like, I'll be honest, I've only ever seen a single Ultraman series, and that was Tiga, which got that got dubbed by 4Kids in like the very like the early to mid 2000s, and that was like one of the few times there was a 4Kids dub where they actually stayed really damn true to the original. Like normally the especially in like the mid 2000s, the big joke was that like if an anime was ever dubbed by 4Kids, it would wind up like One Piece, where they censored the fuck out of it. Watched all of Tiga, it was good. I really recommend its sequel, Dyna. Fair enough, I'll check that out. I think, actually, if I remember correctly, I think there was a Netflix Ultraman series that's actually a sequel to the original the original Ultraman series, I think, which came out in like the late 60s, early 70s. I have a copy of it on DVD, but I think it's the original. But I think that was from like the. I think the original Ultraman even predates Super Sentai. I could be wrong. Because Super Sentai, that started in 1973. With Go Ranger. Okay, so the original... Yeah, 1966 was the original Ultraman. And then again, there was the Netflix series, which again was, I think, like a direct sequel to like the original series, if I remember correctly. Well, based on the current manga. Ultraman predates both Rider and Sentai by a few years. 1966 is Ultra, 71 is Rider, and 75 for Sentai. That's crazy. Breakfast 1 is a sequel that ignores the other shows. Okay, so it's kind of like how Halloween 2018 is a sequel to the original Halloween, but it ignores Halloween's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, and the Rob Zombie movies, which technically were just reboots anyways. The Rob Zombie movies were reboots anyways. Okay. I mean, that seems kind of cool if you want to just go with a simpler Ultraman story, like without all the without having to catch up on like over almost 50 years of Ultraman now. Jesus Christ. Wait, 60, I think. Yeah, almost 60 years Ultraman's been going on. We're at like 58 years right now. Holy shit. Ultraman is 2 years younger than No, 2 or 3 years younger than Doctor Who, which is crazy to think about. Doctor Who started in 63. Because I remember that, because like the specials they did this past year with David Tennant returning as a new incarnation of the Doctor, that was those were the 60th anniversary. I still can't wait for the new season, because it's just like what I've seen of Ashuti Gatwa's Doctor so far in The Giggle and in The Church on Ruby Road. Oh my god, Shuti's Doctor might become my favorite incarnation. The only thing I'm not crazy about is the fact that we're going back to the whole, ooh, the new companion has a huge mystery behind it, and the payoff for it's gonna absolutely fucking suck. Because it always does. I think the only companion who didn't have a huge mystery behind her from the... like, right up until, Bill... or, sorry, right up until Bill was probably Martha Jones. Because, like, with that one, the big mystery for that season was technically the return of the Master. Or the new Who debut of the Master, let's say. But what I will say this again, for like anyone who's maybe just getting into Doctor Who now, and you're wondering about this big mystery behind Ruby Sunday, each Ultraman show is set in its own universe, so newcomers can enjoy the show and not have to deal with years of continuity. Fair enough. I mean, that, again, it's probably the best way to go to keep things simple. Because, like, otherwise, you know, if you don't factor in like a good jump on point for like a show with that much of a lineage, you're gonna have a problem, right? Like, that was kind of the one thing I appreciated a bit about Power Rangers, was for the most part they stayed kind of self-contained. You know, there were the crossover episodes, but it was very rare you actually had to like know everything about Power Rangers, except, you know, the legacy seasons when you had stuff like Megaforce and Super Megaforce, or the Dimensions in Danger special from Ninja Steel, or Dino Thunder, just because Tommy Oliver was involved with that. You know, they kept, I think from Lost Galaxy onwards, they tried their, minus like the crossovers with previous teams, they managed to keep everything fairly self-contained. Even RPM itself was in like a completely separate universe from everything else. It was initially in a completely separate universe. I know with Dino Charge, you know, that kind of got splitted off into its own universe, because otherwise there would be that massive fuck-off plot hole of, oh yeah, the dinosaurs aren't dead anymore. Which, you know, that would have given Time Force a couple of headaches. For sure. Although, actually, going back to Doctor Who, one thing I really appreciate that people are kind of starting to piece together now, that the Giggle mentioned, it's a throwaway line, but it kind of seems like all the huge continuity errors in Doctor Who, like, they kind of have a plausible explanation for it now instead of, oh, it was just a plot hole. In that, the Toymaker, the big villain for that episode, kind of he's while he's playing a game with Tennant's Doctor, he claims, I made a jigsaw puzzle of your entire history. So essentially, all the plot holes are like, oh yeah, the Toymaker who runs on pure chaos, it's his fault. He just basically fucked up everything for the lulz. Not a great explanation in the long and short of things, but when you have a show that's been going on as long as Doctor Who has, and you have to factor in things like, oh, the Doctor once claimed he was half human on his mother's side, or all the fucking retcons that happened with the Weeping Angels, or the entire canonical mess that is still being fixed with the Timeless Child, the whole Timeless Child thing. I think there's still a way they can fix the Timeless Child arc, and I hope Davies is able to pull that off, but between Moffat especially, and unfortunately the Chibnall era of Doctor Who, there are a lot of kinks that needed to be ironed out, from what I've heard. I haven't watched the Chibnall era, to be perfectly honest. The only episode of the Chibnall era I've really seen was Power of the Doctor, which was Jodie Whittaker's final episode. Although I will say, from what little I had seen of Whittaker's run on the show, I actually kind of liked her incarnation of the Doctor. She wasn't my absolute favorite, but she was definitely someone who I was like, you know what? I regret that I didn't watch this as it was airing, because she brought this kind of sense of wonder, I guess, to the character is the best I could say with it. And I think I predicted this before the regeneration had happened with Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor. Or should I think it's been long enough where I can say this without risking a spoiler warning. But I guess spoiler warning instead. The bi-generation, wherein when David Tennant's Doctor regenerated, he actually split into two beings, which was David Tennant's 14th Doctor and Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor. Oh, we're not there yet. Like, I kind of predicted that Gatwa's Doctor would wind up being kind of a more playful, fun incarnation of the Doctor, but also someone who I don't think you'd want to really fuck with. And I was kind of right about that. Because, like, the first kind of inkling we'd gotten of Gatwa's Doctor being kind of a more playful incarnation was his little cameo in an edited version of, the ending, or a modified version of the ending of, An Adventure in Space and Time. The story of the creation of Doctor Who and William Hartnell's first run on the run as the first Doctor on the show. Or the first Doctor that we knew of, because it was revealed during the Chibnall era that the Doctor has actually had regenerations from before, which was actually something that was kind of hinted at in the classic series. So that's why, like, a lot of people weren't super happy about that revelation, because it kind of made the Doctor's whole, oh, I only have a limited amount of regenerations, a kind of moot point in hindsight. But it turns out in an arc called The Flux, which was kind of it was Jodie Whittaker's final full season of the series. Actually, even before that, it was revealed that the Doctor was actually the blueprint that was used to create Time Lord society and create the process of regeneration. That was the whole timeless child thing I was talking about earlier. The best I can really describe it. And it turns out that the Doctor had lost their memory of their previous incarnations before this. In fact, the revelation was that the Doctor isn't even from Gallifrey. The Doctor was adopted by a Gallifreyan who saw them regenerate as a child for the first time and decided to experiment on the Doctor. Which, again, led to the creation of the Time Lords. It's really weird and really confusing, and like I said, the Chibnall era was... Well, I'm sure there were some good intentions with the Chibnall era. I think the execution was a bit lacking. And again, this isn't the first time that the show had tried to explain away or to finally answer the question of who the fuck the Doctor actually is. But yeah, like there was this whole thing towards the end of Sylvester McCoy's run known as the Cartmel Master Plan, where the showrunner at the time, Andrew Cartmel, he actually wanted to answer the question, well, who's the Doctor? But the show got canceled before they could go further into it. I'm just gonna up this count now, and I'll up this count. You know what? We probably have like a decent amount of space before we actually start running into Plusle eggs. But yeah, in terms of like our Masuda hunts, in addition to these 5 Pokemon you see here, so I need like 1 Fuecoco, 1 Sprigatito, 2 Quaxley, 1 Plusle, 1 Fione, and then I also need a Paldean Fire Tauros and a Paldean Water Tauros. And I added Plusle and the 2 Tauroses to the list because, number one, each of the forms are kind of version exclusive for the Tauros forms, but also between Plusle and the 2 Paldean Tauroses, it's really hard to tell the difference between the two. Between the shiny and the non-shiny form. And also, yeah, all of them. Probably up that count. I pushed the wrong button. Yeah. Alright, so type null number 125. Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah, probably help. Yeah. Big Malasada. No. 6. Okay, that's it for the eggs. Alright, so, okay. So this is about where we swap into Plusle territory. Like, right about this row here. In case you're wondering how I'm, those of you who have never been to a double hunting stream, one of my double hunting streams before, I'm managing this by having just kind of my 3DS here off to the side with the capture card and everything. And then for the Switch stuff, I just have a controller with a, can't see it very well here, but there's a hair tie kind of pushing the two control sticks together so I can drive, so I can just ride in a circle. Alright, so I don't actually need the SOS. I just realized I don't need the SOS hunting button anymore. We'll get rid of that. I think this is my Nuzlocke button. Yeah, it's Nuzlocks. I had back when I used to do Nuzlocks, I had a, back when I was doing, sorry, my Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke, I had a counter set up to track how many Pokemon I had lost during that run. I think I only lost, like, 5 Pokemon in my whole Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke, which I guess might be a little much considering how easy Alpha Sapphire is. But, you know. Type Null, number 129. Oh, yeah, I got 2 more eggs. They're Fione. They're Fione eggs, if you will. Oh, yeah. Alasadas. that yet. Also, I forgot to up the count from the last bet. So, supposedly, there's rumors of a new Nintendo console probably being announced later this year. And the one thing I do hope with that, if that is true, I hope they set up some kind of macro on that for that, you know, where you can soft reset a game. Because that's the one thing I really miss from the Switch era of Pokemon. Is being able to soft reset a game without pushing the menu button, pressing X to close the game, and then starting completely from scratch. Then all I have to do is, like on my 3DS, all I have to do is hit LR start and select, and it'll take me right back to the start screen. To know. I think that's a reset we need for this. Up that to 131 because we're out here again because we're at 132. This count might be a smidge off because there was a significant period of this where I was just kind of doing soft resets in my spare time. So the count, it might not be the most accurate. Type null number 132. Oh. I should just want to double check something while we're riding in circles, while we're rolling around at the speed of sound. Ultra Sun, shiny locked Pokemon. Okay, yeah, so the Ultra Beasts, I think, were actually... This was, like, the first time the Ultra Beasts were no longer shiny locked. You could actually shiny hunt the Ultra Beasts in, Alright, 130. Not 130. Oh, no, I got one. I got a Fio and a egg left. Nope. Alright, let's... swap out our eggs here. We haven't even gotten in the plus. Could you imagine, like, the first Plusle egg I hatched actually giving me the shiny? I feel like that'd be hilarious. Oh, wait, no. At 130. Up here while I'm... No. Ugh. Sorry, still scatterbrained right now. Oh, there's our first plusle. Not shiny right off the bat. Egg hatching. Oh, damn. Shiny. Hey, Dreyerferg, how you doing? Welcome on in. I'm doing okay. Okay. Oh. Thank you very much for the sub, Dreyerferg. I appreciate that. I don't know why the alerts for the YouTube stream don't work. The Twitch alerts work fine, but YouTube, for whatever reason, don't play. They don't usually play. But thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. I think this is a new batch? Might be a Fiona. Yeah, it's a Fiona, okay. Alright. So while all of these are gonna be, like, starters or Fiona, I know anything in a quick ball is going to be a plusle egg. Well, everyone says dryer for wrong, but I say it right. Makes sense. I don't know, it just seems pretty straightforward, but you know, sometimes the most straightforward sounding name might get mispronounced. Might get mispronounced. Up the count now for the eggs. Why not? Nope. I don't care. Rotom. Next. Dryer frag. I mean, sometimes when you're in chat and you're kind of just skimming through, it might be possible to mix up some letters. I know it's definitely happened to me in the past. Just really depends on the situation, but yeah. I can understand something like that to an extent. I don't remember. Ugh. Yeah, I think all my shiny luck might have gone into the pack opening we did at the top of stream. I will admit, it has been a minute since I've done them. They're not taped down. I'm actually using a hair tie to, using a hair tie. So it's basically the same thing, though. Basically the same effect. Just, significantly less resources wasted. With tape, then you gotta, you know, after a certain amount of time, the stickiness goes away. Oh, damn it. But yeah, that's why I usually do my my Masuda hunting here in the olive roll field just outside of Cortando. Got a Scyther earlier on a bus. Oh yeah. Was it in Pokemon Go, or was it in Scarlet and Violet? Cause like Pokemon Go shiny sometimes can be like the most random. I think this might be a Fiona egg. Pokemon Go. Yeah, Pokemon Go shinies can be some of the most random you run into. Because like outside of Community Day or anything with boosted odds or any kind of like boosted shiny odds day or like during a legendary raid or something, it can be like really jarring to just suddenly run into a shiny. Because I tend to play with my Pokemon Go Plus Plus and just use an auto catcher a lot of times. I'll catch shinies and I won't realize it until like a day later when I'm just clearing out a lot of the lower level Pokemon for the sake of candy. I think for me, the last shiny I got in Pokemon Go, I have to open up and check, but I think it might have been... I had no incense, no accessories, nothing that would boost your odds. Yeah, so that's even crazier, right? My last shiny was a Snubble during the big fairy type event that was going on at the beginning of the month. Which kind of upset me because I was hoping for like a I was kind of low-key hoping for Spritzy or Swirlix, because I need those to finish out their lines in my shiny living decks. But yeah, it is crazy like that sometimes. In fact, I remember the first shiny I ever got in Pokemon Go was a shiny Spoink. Because I used to play it not quite religiously, but like super often when I was living with my grandmother, because I was my work was in walking distance, and I got a decent amount of steps in every single day. Yes, that is what a shiny Plusle looks like. It's hard to tell the difference, which is why I'm doing Masuda for it. Because I got so frustrated trying to do outbreak hunts for this thing, because it is almost impossible to tell the difference between the two. And unfortunately, unlike a lot of other Pokemon, you can't really isolate for Plusle, because there are so many electric types that spawn in the area where Plusle can be found that, you know, you'd be better off just trying to isolate for Drillbur. Or, first I got... Oh, nice! First I got was, I think, an Oshawott on the day. On the day you got your phone. Oshawott's a nice shiny! I think, for me, I got... I pretty much finished out, like, Oshawott was one of those Pokemon where with the exception of, Hisui and Samurott, I pretty much finished out that line, through Oshawott Community Day. Like, only Masuda. It was yeah, pretty much, Oshawott Community Day. Yeah, I remember, like, the Unova starters were, like, the first line I completely finished off thanks to Community Day. I don't do many community days anymore, to be honest. Like, I'll sometimes take part in them if it's like something I need for like my living decks. But for the most part, the G key on my keyboard is broken, so if there's no G in a sentence, that's why. Fair enough. Yeah, that can happen sometimes too, unfortunately. We got a new batch of eggs. I'm just gonna push the button now, otherwise I'm going to forget. Chromebook. Ugh, yeah. That's the worst when it happens on a laptop. And when your keyboard breaks on a laptop, like, it's just... Because, like, I know, before my dad replaced his laptop, his he had to get like a Bluetooth keyboard to be able to type because a lot of his keys had started to fail at one point. A lot of the keys on his laptop had started to fail. So I should probably clarify with the number you're seeing there for the Masuda hunts, for the Masuda hunting side. That's just my total Masuda hunts. Like every egg I've hatched since I started doing Masuda back when the Pokemon Home integration kicked in last year. And I have gotten shinies out of it. I've gotten 5 shinies so far from my Masuda hunts. 2 Fuecoco, 2 Sprigatito, and 1 Quaxley. Oh, and sorry, 6, because there was also a Flabebe. Okay, so these are Fiona eggs. I don't know, I just figured it was probably not that big a deal, but I figured it's probably better to just clarify that. I have shiny Fuecoco and Quaxwell. Nice! Yeah, like technically I have all the shiny forms registered in my Pokedex. I just want like a shiny living dex, not nearly all your shinies. I get that. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't start considering the possibility of doing a living dex until either Legends Arceus or BDSP. Cause like it was like so easy to fill out lines in that game. I think this is our last egg for this batch. But I fill a shiny dex. I hear ya. Yeah, originally for me it was just gonna be an issue of like, okay, I just want fully evolved stuff. Maybe the occasional like Eviolite, shiny Eviolite Pokemon. Like, for example, on the team I'm using for this weekend's Global Challenge, I have a Porygon. Let me actually show you my Global Challenge team. So I have Niels, my shiny, absolutely, if you'd like to. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the shout out. You know, that's one of the best ways you can help is just by, you know, sharing this stream with your friends. Alright, so I have my Rillaboom. Shiny Rillaboom. Non-shiny Entei, because I don't have a shiny Entei yet. Urshifu Rapid Strike. Porygon 2 that I actually got from the Community Day Classic. Raging Bolt. And, of course, Qianpao. This is the team I'm probably going to be working with. The only thing I'm really going to have to worry about with this... Hey, don't worry. I still appreciate the fact that you're sharing the link. You know? Like, one of the things I've always tried to say here is, like, any little bit helps. Even if you're just here lurking in the background, maybe you got maybe you got my stream playing in the background while you're doing homework or surfing on Twitter you know, that alone is just super appreciated, you know. Hey here. Oh no, Twitter. How you doing, Flame Mask? Yes, Twitter. Though I don't want to say suggest anything else because, you know, Okay. Did I? Oh, I didn't put new eggs in the party. Alright, so there's a plusle in this batch. I'm doing okay. Oh, nope, that's not it. I think I might take this to 4,000. And then I think for the last little bit of stream, I'm gonna swap over to some ranked battles. Try to get some practice in with my global challenge team. Like, I can't work with the shinies, and the EV spreads might be a little different from what I'm using for the challenge. But I can't use my current team because it's already registered, and I can't use registered competitive teams on the ladder. To me, Twitter's kind of dumb. I don't use it. Oh wait, sorry, I mean X. No, we call it Twitter, because X is a stupid fucking name, chosen by a stupid fucking man-child, who thinks he's a fucking genius when in actuality he has to be one of the dumbest people on the internet. Yeah. No, it doesn't. And he only changed his the name to that because for whatever reason he's obsessed with calling website X. Originally, he was gonna when Elon Musk still owned PayPal, he was going to change the name of PayPal to X. No, that's not shiny. Also, probably up that count. No, that's the wrong button. But yeah, like, for me, unfortunately, unless they implement that subscription service for Twitter that they keep saying is gonna come, I see Twitter right now as a necessary evil. I just try to mute as much as I can to try to keep my bubble from getting into all this bullshit crypto crap. Hey Jay, he sent me $15 through X. Oh god, stupid. Yeah. But yeah, unless they implement that subscription service they keep saying is coming for Twitter, I'm probably gonna still use it to an extent. But I do have, like, alternative sites that you can follow me on. Actually, I could probably done this. Which include, Threads, which if you have an Instagram account, you already should have access to Threads. It's, Meta's version of Twitter, and it's infinitely better. For one thing, the site doesn't completely break down every 10 seconds. And there's a significantly smaller amount of sex bots and neo-Nazis on X. Not on X, on fucking Threads. You know? Smaller amount of neo-Nazis, much appreciated. But if you, like, Blue Sky is another one that's actually pretty decent. I actually do have some Blue Sky invite codes. If you ever want to join Blue Sky. The problem is with that, because right now the only way you can join is with invite codes. It's a little... It's a little bit of a weirder community, just because, like, right now, Threads is probably the more accessible social media community. Thanks, Evan. How you doing? don't really use social media. That's fair. That's probably for the best, to be honest. Like, for me, just because of my streams and stuff, social media is kind of a necessary evil, but if you can avoid using it, like, I respect that. I respect that. Oh, I think there's 2 Flustle in this batch. Okay. Nope. The only social media I have is Instagram and Discord, if you believe it. Yeah. I mean, technically, if you have Instagram, you should also have Threads. But, I mean, like, if you don't use Twitter, you're probably not going to use Threads. Like, I barely use my Instagram outside of posting Instagram stories when I'm streaming. And really, that's more just to share the stories to my Facebook. So if any of my friends are interested, or any of my friends on Facebook are interested in joining streams. Resetting for type null. Yep. I think this is a new batch, but I can't remember. I gotta bounce. Got work in the morning. Alright, Garth, thanks for popping in. Have yourself a good night, bud. But yeah, because I didn't want to lose my save data from my original copy of Ultra Sun, I actually bought a second copy of Ultra Sun and did a playthrough of that, as well as a playthrough of my original copy of Ultra Moon. So I could, in case you're looking at chat. Alright, yeah, for sure. I just, hopefully the lag's not, hopefully the delay's not too bad. No. No. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't judge people on, like, spelling and stuff on here, right? As long as I can get the gist of what you're saying, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't understand what you're saying there, bud. Alright, so I got one more egg. It's a Fione. Oh. Fione. Fione. Man, that mythical egg takes forever to hatch. There it is. I mean, probably about 10k, to be honest. It's probably about the same as, like, a pseudo-legendary, to be perfectly honest. Because I know the pseudos tend to have, like, really long incubation periods. But, like, I'll usually try to ask for clarification and stuff. Like, unless someone's posting something, like, really fucking spammy, or like it's an obvious bot, or you know, you're trying to get slurs past my my muted words or my blocked words. You think I'm getting close? You think I'll get the shiny soon? I think so. I hope so. Did I swap my eggs? I did, okay. That's full odds? Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of. If we're ignoring the fact that, you know, Masuda odds is 1 in 1032, I think, 1 in 10, like 1 in 1,000, or 1024, 1 in 1024. Without the Shiny Charmer, 1 in 512 with. But yeah. And also the fact that I guess technically I'm over odds on my latest shiny. Yeah. Because technically, like I said, I've gotten... Actually, I'm not over odds on my latest shiny. I'm still under odds, technically, from when I got my last shiny. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Like, that's part of the reason why, like, I got the mod on the hardware mod on my 3DS so I could oh, sorry, I got the capture mod on my 3DS so I could stream, like, Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon shiny hunting as well while I'm doing egg hatches. I hit the wrong button. Just so I can kind of almost do two things at once. Nope. Alright, nulls check. Yeah, I mean, technically, if you can't afford the capture mod, you don't even need a mod for the Switch, actually. You can use, like, an external capture card for a Switch if you have anything but the Switch Lite. Like, I have an Elgato in my PC, an Elgato HD60 PVR. So that's what I use to route my game footage into my PC so I can capture the footage that way. But technically, you don't even need that either. Like, there's a lot of people on TikTok, even, where their shiny hunting just consists of a camera pointed at a screen. Like, if I were to take this webcam here, turn it around and face my computer monitor and my 3DS, that would be kind of the same way some people do it. In fact, one of my favorite streamers on YouTube, a guy by the name of Ace Trainer Liam, before he got his Switch capture card, all he had was like a stand he put his 3DS on, and he bought a second webcam just to capture the footage from his 3DS. Not really interested in streaming anyway. I get that. Streaming is a weird thing too, because like there are some people that make it look super easy. That's how yeah, exactly. Like sometimes the low-tech approach is just fine. And I mean, it's certainly cheaper. Like my 3DS mod cost me about $500. And I had to send it off I had to ship it off to England for 3 months so that they could solder in the capture card. Yeah, building a community is really, yeah. But the hardest thing, and Fur, you could probably deal with this. Like, the hardest thing sometimes is just even finding time, being able to interact. Because sometimes, like, I've been streaming for a while, and like I sometimes still fall into the pattern of just staying quiet and looking between both screens. And I think new batch of eggs, good. The Pokemon Legends Arceus double shiny Vulpix encounter. Nice. I didn't see if that was shiny or not. Okay, I have to quickly. Nope. I accidentally tapped the A button too early. And like, especially due to like the performance aspect of streaming, especially if you're having a bad day, like sometimes you have to decide whether or not when am I ending stream. I'm probably gonna go for another hour. Like, I don't usually have a set schedule. I usually try to go for a minimum of 3 hours. Sometimes I'll go a little less if I'm not feeling like super great during stream. Gotta go in 15 minutes. Hey, that's absolutely fine. I appreciate you popping in. And yeah, no, I totally get it. Like, I never want you to feel like, I'm forcing you to stay here, or you know. Alright, what is how getting out of this? 10:40. Yeah, it's 10:46 for me as well. So like, I'm on the East Coast. Technically, I'm in Toronto, but it's still Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I get that. Are you? No, you're not. That would actually be hilarious if I got shiny Plusle before any of the, if I finished the shiny Plusle hunt for like any of the other Masuda. Yeah, it definitely makes it easier because like I know that's something, especially when you're it's like I have people in Wales who popped in to either my Twitch or YouTube streams or any of that or even I had one person who was watching from Japan or Australia. Really, like almost a whole day ahead. Oh. So I always have to make sure. It's like it's always important to make sure you're clarifying when you're talking about times. You're talking about your own time zone, then people can kind of look up for that kind of thing. Yeah, actually, tomorrow night is Kingdom Hearts stream. Normally I do those on normally I do the Kingdom Hearts stuff on Saturdays, but I have to work this Saturday, so because my work schedule tends to run on like a 3-week rotating thing. Usually I'll on the weeks where I can't. No, actually gonna be starting at 8 p.m. Like today, I started at 9 because I had to work. So usually I give myself an extra hour before I start streaming on nights where I was working, but I don't have to work the next day. It's kind of complicated, but again, because I work on like a 3-week rotating schedule. Sometimes I stream at 9 p.m. Sometimes I stream at 8 p.m. Sometimes I stream at 5 p.m. Usually, the days I stream at 5 p.m., I'm working the next day. So, like, those are one of those streams where I give myself, like, a hard cutoff time. It will be happening at this time, yes. Like, I always try to do, like, the Kingdom Hearts streams or, like, the non-Pokemon streams at a time where I'm not... Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fine. You know? Anytime you are able to come in, I appreciate... Anytime anyone is able to come in, I appreciate it. You know? I never want to be one of those streamers who's like, oh, you have to come to every single stream. You have to interact in chat. Fuck that. If you don't feel like coming into stream, I totally understand. You gotta take care of yourself, okay? You know, you know, if you got some other important priorities, that takes precedent. I try to be. Like, even on the Twitch side of things, like, I am so... Like, I just try to be as chill as possible when I'm... Because, like, I know I would never want someone to talk to me in chat where it's like, yeah, if you're not here and you're not, like, donating a minimum of, like, $5 every single stream, or you're not subbing to my channel. Yeah. Or you're not, you know... Like, I never want people to feel like I'm pressuring them into watching. Like, even something as simple as, like, for those of you watching on Twitch, you know? If you want to use a Twitch Prime sub here, or you want to send a donation, I never want to feel like... that. I never want to feel like... I feel guilty even bringing that up. Just even mentioning the fact that Twitch Prime is a thing. Because my eyes are breaking. I thought that was shiny. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're at a point now where unless I see for Plusle. Plusle is one of the barely changed shinies, yeah. Its red gets slightly darker. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's not a shiny type Null. So yeah, this time of day, something like this, it can actually be a little bit harder to tell just because of the light from the setting sun. Yeah. So yeah, sunset and dawn are like the two worst times to shiny hunt for Plusle. Okay. I just jumped by myself. I did not press the B button to jump. Oh. Right, Null, what you got? Are you finally gonna be gold? No. I think that's... yeah, that's it. Wow, 3 Plusle in that batch. Need the ray tracing they tried to add. Yeah. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about the, Look, I'm sitting on nothing! But you get stuff like this, like that obvious glitch, or yeah. like, I appreciate the fact that a lot of sprites look really good in Scarlet and Violet. But unfortunately, because I maintain the fact that Scarlet and Violet were very much a rushed product. Because you can especially tell in, like, the frame rate issues you have in certain areas. Or, like... Oh, yeah. Magikarp is cleanly gold. Want to know a Pokemon that looks really good in Scarlet and Violet? The Beldum line. Anything that has, like, a metallic sheen to it looks amazing in Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and, like, I know one of the big rumors for Pokemon Day is like they're probably gonna be announcing the next game. They're not probably gonna. They might not be announcing a new generation. I do have a shiny Minior. Yes, it was a pain in the ass to hunt. Oh. It was like, I think one of the first hunts I did when the Indigo Disc dropped. Yeah, like, if it hadn't been for my, my Chen Pao. If it hadn't been for my Chen Pao refusing to attack a specific Minior, I probably would have missed it. I couldn't even do it with, First hunt you did was for a female Meowstic. Nice! Nope. A new method, and it's like egg hunting. Pain. It's not the, It's not the picnic reset until you get 16 Pokemon, is it? A new Pokemon Legends game would be nice, but... Yeah, it is exactly that. It is an auto-battle reliant hunt. So, like... Minior and Plusle, I know off the top of my head, are two hunts that are absolutely reliant on the auto battle function. I know, what is it? Technically, the Solosis line is another one, just because, the area they're located in, it can be very easy to miss, the shiny, just because its blue tint kind of is impossible to tell against the snow, apparently. Alright, Dryer, have yourself a good night, bud. Thanks for popping in. And once again, thank you very much for the sub. One more Null and one more egg? Okay. Crap. Alright. They might just be lurking, but yeah. Flame Mask on the Twitch side of things says good night, Dryer, if you're not. Alright. Type Null number 170 is not shiny. First ever shiny was a Sun Lillipup just randomly. My first ever shiny that wasn't the red Gyarados you get in the Johto region was actually a shiny Quilladin I got in X and Y's Friend Safari. That's a no. Alright, so I think I'm gonna finish this batch of eggs, and then I'm actually gonna call it a night too, because I'm kind of feeling a little bit tired. But, like I said, I'll at least finish this batch of eggs. Shiny Floatzel and Ultra Sun and Moon's Wormholes. Nice. My first shiny legendary was actually in the Ultra Wormhole. Alright, Ferg, have yourself a good night, bud. I think one more egg in this batch. Nope. Yeah, one more egg. And I'll do 2 more type nulls, or I call it. I think this last egg's a Fione, so I might be able to finish off those last 2 type nulls before before the egg hatches. Oh, technically it's 3. Sorry. No. There's absolutely no shiny legendaries by attempting 1, 4, or 5 times, one of which was a 1k Dialga hunt I caught during the story, since I didn't know being the Elite Four respawns it. Yeah, that was something I think they started doing, I think in the Gen 4 games? It might have been Gen 4 games, might have been in the, might have been in the Gen 5 games. But that is something that's kind of appreciated. Alright. Alright, so I'll do 2 more type null resets, and then we'll call it a night. And one thing I'm going to have to make sure I do is before Thursday's stream, because we're going to be doing Masuda Roulette and some ranked battles, maybe if we have some time, we'll also try to... Actually, I think we end stream right as the global challenge starts. But, be our last one. But yeah, just as the global challenge starts. The global challenge, it's an online competition that actually has potential world championship implications. Like this is how Japanese and Korean players get to qualify for their national tournaments. And then for everyone else in the world, this is how we gain championship points if we want to compete at Worlds. Like you have to gain a certain amount of points in order to qualify for Worlds. If you don't win like a regional tournament or like nationals, if you don't win like at regionals or nationals where you automatically qualify and they'll actually like pay for your trip. Alright. And that is going to be it for us for tonight. But anyways, yeah, if you don't win that, you have to earn like a minimum of 500 points in order to qualify for Worlds. And I think the global challenge, depending on how well you do, I think you can get like a decent amount. But the thing about it is, the global challenge kind of works differently from how like regionals will work, or how like any kind of in-person event works, where usually it's like best of 3. Here it's kind of like a sudden death thing where you get like 15 matches over 3 days, and your score is calculated based on, you know, your win and loss record. So this is like kind of the standard online competitions, but again, this one at least offers championship points, which again counts towards whether or not you qualify for Worlds. I don't think I'm going to qualify, or I don't think I'm gonna get like a lot of championship points, but it's more the principle of I need to get more practice in, right? But yeah, Thursday we're gonna be doing some ranked battles to practice for the global challenge, because I'm probably gonna have to do most of my global challenge stuff off stream. Actually, all of my global challenge stuff off stream. And tomorrow is of course Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Did I actually show you my team that I'm using Flame Mask? Oop. Whoops, hang on. One sec. So, like, this is my team for tournaments. Yeah, I joined right as I showed it. Yeah, so this is actually my team that I use for in-person stuff. So we got Potato, Gregor, who I'm going to replace once I get a shiny, Megazord, my shiny Metagross, Grogu, who's of course my Flutter main, Asuka, my Ogerpon, and Nemo, a Chiyu. So one thing I'm actually considering is changing up, like I've already changed up one of the moves on Potato. Instead of Giga Drain, she's now running Sunny Day, which helps kind of with both Grogu and Nemo potentially. Because Nemo's already kind of a powerhouse, but Grogu, with the choice specs and the photosynthesis boost to give her that extra little hit of speed. Or I could change her to Modest Nature, where she becomes an absolute fucking nuke. Beat up for Justified, yep. And then Metagross. The one thing about Metagross is... So the one thing about Megazord is he doesn't exactly do super well against Incineroar, but he has been very helpful. Like the last tournament I did, he actually got like a nice number of KOs, and like this is the first time where I've come out of a Premier Challenge with a team I'm actually confident in using a second time. Like the last time I felt confident coming out of a Premier Challenge with a team was my first Premier Challenge, and that was a team I had used for most of Regulations, Regulation D, and part of Regulation E. But this is also the first time I'm running a team where I haven't used any Urshifu form. This is gonna be the first time since Regulation A I haven't run an Urshifu. Although I am running an Urshifu for my Global Challenge team. Which, again, you already kind of saw. Niles, Mufasa, Kenshiro, Glitch, Roddy, and Leo Pleurodon. And I'll be honest, the team I'm running for my Global Challenge team is actually something, a lineup I picked up from TikTok. Like, this was something someone said they used for, to get themselves up to Master Ball for Regulation F. But anyways, that is going to be it for me. So, with all that out of the way, thank you all so much for joining in. If you would like to follow on social media or join our awesome Discord community, links, as always, are in the chat off to the side as soon as the YouTube stuff loads up. For those of you who are watching on Twitch, which you know who you are, let's go find someone to send the love over to. I think we're going to send the love over to I think we're gonna go send the love over to, let's go send the love over to K-Cray. She's doing some Pokemon card openings. I'm assuming Paul D and Fates. Whoops, that's a little loud. We're gonna send the love over to K-Cray. And until next time, I'm Kira Kennedy. Thank y'all so much for joining in. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace!